The National Endowment for Financial Education has estimated that approximately 70% of people who receive a sudden financial windfall, lottery winnings, inheritance, legal settlements, lose it within a few years, not squander it over decades. Lose it within a few years. This is not a story about stupidity or greed. It is a story about what sudden wealth does to the human brain and the social environment around it, and why the financial system we are all embedded in is specifically designed for people who build money slowly and quietly, punishing for those who receive it all at once. The cases. Jack Whittaker won $315 million in the Powerball in December 2002, at the time the largest single lottery jackpot in American history. He was already a successful businessman worth an estimated $17 million when he won. He was not financially illiterate. He had assets, experience, and infrastructure. Within 4 years, his daughter was dead, his granddaughter was dead, his marriage had collapsed, he had been the victim of multiple thefts and fraud schemes, he was in legal trouble, and he has stated publicly that he wished he had torn up the ticket. Willie Hurt won $3.1 million in the Michigan lottery in 1989. Within 2 years, he had filed for divorce, was facing a murder charge, and had spent his entire fortune on crack cocaine. These cases are extreme, but the pattern is not unusual. The pattern is the majority. The psychology. The first mechanism is hedonic adaptation, the brain's tendency to return to a baseline level of happiness regardless of what changes in external circumstances. Philip Brickman's landmark 1978 research compared lottery winners, car accident victims who had become paraplegics, and a control group. 1 year after their life-altering events, the lottery winners were no significantly happier than the control group, and both groups rated everyday pleasures similarly. The win produces a spike in dopamine. Then the spike fades, then the baseline resumes, then the new expensive lifestyle, the house, the cars, the vacations, the entourage, becomes the new normal. And normal, for the brain, is never satisfying. It requires something beyond normal to produce the same response that the original win produced. The hedonic treadmill accelerates. The second mechanism is social destruction. Sudden wealth changes every relationship in a person's life simultaneously. Family members who previously had no expectations now have them. Friends who were comfortable around a peer become uncomfortable around wealth, or predatory toward it. New people appear with business ideas, investment opportunities, and emergencies. The social ecosystem that provided genuine support is replaced by one structured entirely around the money. Therapists who specialize in this area use the clinical term sudden wealth syndrome to describe the anxiety, isolation, paranoia, and identity disruption that accompany rapid, unearned financial change. It is a real documented psychological pattern, not a punchline. The structural problem. But the psychology is only part of the explanation. The other part is structural. The financial system is designed for gradual wealth accumulation. Tax-advantaged retirement accounts are built around 30-year investment horizons. Estate planning assumes time to establish trusts and structures. The mechanisms for managing large sums, family offices, private wealth managers, sophisticated investment vehicles, are designed for people who grew into their wealth and had time to build the knowledge infrastructure that accompanies it. A person who receives $10 million on a Tuesday has none of that infrastructure. They have the money and a financial services industry that has developed specific products, whole life insurance policies, annuities, complex investment structures that are marketed to sudden wealth recipients and that disproportionately benefit the seller. The 70% failure rate is not primarily a product of poor character. It is a product of people being inserted without preparation or infrastructure into a financial position the system never designed them to hold. The system rewards patient, incremental, compounding accumulation. It has no protocol for people who arrive at the destination without the journey. And in the absence of that protocol, the money moves from the person who received it to the people and institutions that were already positioned to take it. Like and subscribe for more on the psychology of money. Drop a comment. What would you do differently if you won tomorrow? Thanks for watching.